makes us strong. Barak. Where is he?
Gone.
Violent psychopath. With delusions of grandeur.
My father is our
When you are king, choices you make are sometimes hard. But you still make them. Traitor!
You first. I will help you. I will let loose my brethren on the armies of the North. Why? I am Berserker! Oh no!
Hello.
Hello. That's one of my cats. It's the evil one who chews all of the things.
Okay.
Aren't all cats that way?
He's the worst offender of all time. Like, you can't leave anything down. The other day we walked in the kitchen and he was chewing on the knobs to the drawers.
Yeah, I mean, I love cats, but at best, you're trying to find the nicest evil cat.
Aww.
Best scene in horror film history, the opening scene of Sleepwalkers.
Shut the hell up, Matt.
Stop
It's the greatest scene ever. Love
You're
it.
outnumbered, sir.
It don't matter.
I have a little heater on. Can you guys hear that? Are you getting buzzing or anything?
No.
May I hear something in the background?
Here.
But
how about if I shut that television off?
there we go.
How about
Are you getting a head start?
Brooks on
Are you
back.
so excited about Berserker that you couldn't wait for us? Damn.
Berserker, Hell's Warrior.
All right, Steve, this is your show. So, whenever you're ready, buddy.
Oh,
What the
shit.
fuck I'm doing? Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I
got
heard
my
Rachel
scotch.
say, "Oh shit."
I just splashed bourbon in my face.
She just realized what we're doing. She's like, oh, shit.
And then I had to splash the bourbon in my face to, like, steel myself.
Don't waste the bourbon. Drink it.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
You got to start with 5. It's
start
5 for
five.
this one. Come on now. Shit.
God.
You're supposed to be a pro.
The pro. I'm retired from this shit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Much better.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of this random no-name podcast thingy that we're doing. How are you guys doing tonight? I've got Matt and Rachel with me.
I'm good because I have not started the movie yet.
I'm good because I've got some 18-year-old Lagavulin scotch I'm taking a sip of right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that in about 2.5 to 3 hours when we're done, you guys will just be hammered off your asses while wrapping up this film.
Very possible.
That's actually an excellent question. I did not look at the runtime for this thing. I know we're adding in time for podcasting, but exactly how long is this journey?
1 hour, 24 minutes, and 21 seconds.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay, that's not too
No,
bad.
if this was like a 3 hour asylum version of Lord of the Rings or something, I would not be subjecting you guys to this.
God, that scotch is smooth. Shit. Wow. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Now, Steve, tell a little bit about the history. Like, why are we doing this with you? Why have you come out of pod retirement?
That's what I was about to do, and then you cut me off to tell me what I was already about to say.
Sorry, man. Sorry, friend.
God. So,
Christ.
2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, Puppet Master Axis Rising came out, which was the 10th or 11th movie. Matt and I are super fans of the franchise. We wanted to watch it and do some little mini podcasts, but I came up with the idea. Let's watch 10 minutes of the film, pause the film, record for 10 minutes, just whatever the fuck we thought about the movie. Mostly we're going to be making fun of it. And then put a 10-minute time limit on that and just keep going back and forth until the movie's done. I'm told that that last podcast we did, the only one that we did with that format, was pretty positive.
Yeah, very,
Is that
very
accurate,
popular.
Matt? You're the one that tells me that people liked it.
I mean, we had about 1.8 million downloads just for that podcast. That's a joke, Rachel. That's exaggeration.
Okay.
But I'm glad you were sort of like very happy there for just a second.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I was just thinking, like, 1.8 million people now know we watched the Kamikaze Puppet. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
So, I
Fail.
I've been curious. Matt tells me that people like that last episode we did. I'm curious, is the format interesting, or was it just that Axis Rising was uniquely made for that just everything synced up and all the angels sang, and that worked well with the format? So we're going to know in about 3 hours. If we all want to kill ourselves when this is done, we'll never do this again. But if we have fun, maybe this will show up again, episode 3 in, 2017.
Well, see, I actually like this format quite a bit. I remember being very, very positive on it. The reason why is, but this format is sort of unique in that we sort of like drop off the call and we just watch 10 minutes not knowing what the other person's saying. We're sort of forced to focus on what we're seeing here, and then we come back and then discuss it, which I think is actually very, very unique. And we actually sort of get to watch the movie and make informed laughter and mockery of it.
We can go in depth with Berserker Hell's Warrior tonight, guys.
Oh, damn.
In depth, yeah. So, Steve, what have you picked for us tonight? You are so rusty at this. Wow.
I'm really bad. I mean, I was never good at it before. But I picked Berserker Hell's Warrior 2004. I put zero thought into this. I was going through Netflix one night, flipping through just the new shit that was added, and I saw this. And if you take nothing away from this episode, everyone should go back and look at the cover art for this movie because it's magnificent.
It is.
It looks like the Bruce Warlock music video.
Yeah, thought I was involved with that. Anyways, that was. I saw the cover art. And I thought this looks like a film travesty. I need to inflict this on my friends, and so I sent you guys an email. Hey, do you guys want to revive our weird format thingy?
See, when you sent me the link to this movie and I was sort of reading the description, I thought you picked it because you're just madly in love with Kari Wuhrer. I mean, that's why you're a huge fan of her, and that's why I thought you picked it.
No, I actually I saw this movie, sent you guys started writing you guys the email, or maybe, I don't know. I looked it up, and then I was just surprised to see that Kari Wuhrer was in it. I had no idea that Kari Wuhrer was in this when I first came across it.
Now, I have met this lovely woman at a horror movie convention. Walked up to her booth. Booth is filled with nothing but like nude glossies of her from her heyday in the late 90s. So she's
what a heyday it was. I was
good for you, Kari
I was the
Wuhrer.
replacement chick in Sliders, guys. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
So, guys, any initial thoughts before we hit play on this?
Rachel?
I mean, I'm
how's the bourbon?
The bourbon is very good. It's very smooth. It's Buffalo Trace from the great state of Kentucky. But, I mean, I'm just in this for all the hot Craig Schiffer action. So, I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect other than Vikings.
Yeah, I read a very, very brief description, and it looks like Vikings go hang out with Kari Wuhrer in the present day.
Okay.
And also one
travel.
of them is a Berserker and a Hell's Warrior.
Now, is she going to get naked, though? That's the thing.
I'm going to put this came out in 2004, so that was after her heyday. I'm going to say, just for a paycheck, yes, there will be Kari Wuhrer boobs in this movie.
Okay. I feel like this might be too high quality of a film for her to have actually done that. I mean, she might have thought this was legit, and so she didn't get naked. So I'm going to say no.
Not.
I'm going to say no nudity. Rachel, what do you think?
I think there's definitely some side boob coming our way.
Okay. Matt, are you saying no nudity at all, or just no Kari Wuhrer?
No Kari Wuhrer. I don't know about the nudity in general. I mean, this is rated R, so I'm hoping there's some gore, maybe some.
It's got one and about. I'm going to call it a third, so 1 1/3 stars on Netflix.
Like all the best things.
God damn you, Steve. This is a Friday night. This is what we're doing on our Friday night.
I gave you guys the option. I gave you guys the pick of days, and you guys settled on Friday.
That was whatever. All right, let's get this going. Let's get this started.
All right.
In 10 minutes.
All right.
See you then.
Yeah, Now we're all here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just do your little countdown, Steve, again, and then we'll sort of let you recap.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back from the first 10 minutes. I'm not saying exciting 10 minutes, but first 10 minutes of Berserker.
Eat your heart out, Game of Thrones.
I knew you were going to talk some shit.
No, this is a 2004 version of Game of Thrones if it had a baby with Skyrim and then nobody wanted it. I would put that baby out in the dumpster.
There are so many fake beards on display. As a man with a beard, I find it highly insulting. I mean, just grow a beard for this high, classy film. Come on.
Right away, I can't tell any of these characters apart. I mean, I don't want to say that all Vikings look the same,
but they kind of do. So, story recap. Apparently, long ago, some indeterminate time ago, Odin got really pissed off at some woman named Brunhilde, and so he put her, I don't know, in the underworld or something, chained her to a rock, and so now all of these Vikings. It hasn't happened yet, but apparently they train in hopes that they can go and rescue Brunhilde, and that will make them immortal, apparently. Yeah. Brunhilde seemed to really be enjoying being tied to that rock. It just seemed like a lot of sex moans. Like, oh. Or was I watching something completely different?
I didn't
Do I have the right movie here? What?
I want to watch your cut of it.
Okay, it sounded very sort of like she was enjoying it, which I thought was weird. But never mind. Forget I said anything.
So the main character so far appears to be a guy named Beric. And the king, who I don't know who the king is. Did they say the king's name?
Eric, I think.
Eric, I don't know.
They're like, Eric is defeated, and
yeah, they just dropped a bunch of random Viking names, and
Eric is like the John, right? It's like the Viking version of John. Like everybody's named Eric.
Well, there's only one Beric, as far as I know, and he was not paid enough to actually grow his hair out for this role, so he's wearing the worst wig and beard combo ever.
It's so bad. I really enjoyed the dragon boat. There was some production value here. They had some nice boats that look pretty cool. I mean, I think the costumes look pretty good. The voiceover, because the film opens with this long voiceover. My favorite part of the voiceover when the guy is like, "The tale was passed mouth to mouth." That was my favorite line from the voiceover. And I also like the line, "If it's North flesh your belly desires, then step forth and take it." I like that too. That line.
The guy that said that is, I think that was Beric. And he's talking to a guy named Mord. Right now, we appear to be in the middle of a hostage trade of some sort. So the king's son has been captured by Mord, and Mord's band appear to be the actual berserkers, unless I missed something, which is entirely possible. This is bad.
Did you guys think that the guy that they sort of like dropped on the ground was actually going to be like Kari Wuhrer at first? I thought, because I saw the long hair and wrapped up in like the skins. I thought they were going to throw her down. It's like, oh man, you took our woman. But no, it's just a dude.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a woman at the very least. I have no idea.
That's what I thought.
He's like, I brought you a present, and he just dumps this. It looks like a dead guy on the floor.
Naked man in a bear skin.
All right, Mord was running out of dead guys. Now that's been filled.
Yeah.
Production. I mean, the boats look cool, but beyond that, this looks like it's running on about half the budget of the later seasons of Hercules and Xena Warrior Princess.
I recommend this for
bear hats.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they blew their money on both the bear hats. Listen,
Rachel, what are your thoughts so far on Berserker?
Well, I also felt like a lot of Game of Thrones comparisons were apt, because there was like, the politics in this are so dense. I'm like, and also because I can't tell the difference between all of the bearded gentlemen. But I don't know. I'm concerned about Brunhilde in the fire. I'm looking out for my fellow ladies.
Well, Matt doesn't think she minds that much.
That's true.
You guys could rewind it and watch it again. It does not sound like she's having a bad time.
Steve, no.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Wikipedia Brunhilde here and just read up a little bit about her so that our listeners can have some sort of background here.
We want to make sure that this movie is historically accurate, keeps all the Norse legends.
Right.
So here we go. Brunhilde is a shield maiden and a Valkyrie in Germanic mythology, where she appears as a main character in the Volsunga saga in some Eddic poems treating the same events. Under the name Brunhilde, she appears in a word I can't pronounce, and therefore also on Richard Wagner. This is telling me nothing.
By the way, the voiceover in the movie calls them Valkyries, which is not a pronunciation I'm familiar with.
Valkyrie. Okay, whatever. The history of Brunhilde includes fratricide, a long battle between brothers in dealings with the Huns. She's also known as Sigdrifa. So
did Odin ever chain her to a rock?
Were there any firegasms? That's what I need to know.
I am looking that up as we speak, so continue.
Yeah, I'm going to owe you guys an apology in about 2.5 hours.
You owe us an apology right now. What are you talking about?
There is still a chance that when Kari Wuhrer pops in here, this movie could become marginally tolerable.
Okay, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Odin preferred the older king. Okay, for this, Odin condemned her to live the life of a mortal woman and imprisoned her in a remote castle beyond a wall of shields on top of Mount Hinderfall, where she sleeps in a ring of flames until any man rescues and marries her.
So this is accurate.
Legit.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I think they did their research, guys. The hero Sigurd... Well, I don't want to say anything else. It might spoil the movie. So, although the Wikipedia has this really sweet photo of her like on a horse, topless. So I'm going to post this right here in this little chat window for you guys so you can sort of see Brunhilde.
So we are going to get nudity tonight. This is good.
We'll see. I mean, she wasn't naked when they chained her to that rock.
I meant this.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. Okay, I am definitely on board with Brunhilde now.
Looks pretty badass.
I hope this actual scene takes place in this film at some point.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm into it so far. So let's get back into it, and I will see you guys at 9:40.
Alrighty.
Perfecto.
Trust her, brother!
Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. Steve, go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. 20 minutes into Berserker Hell's Warrior. Still no Kari Wuhrer. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, very, very. Is she the one that's tied to the rock? Is she going to turn out to be Brunhilde?
I think
I didn't get a good look at her face.
I mean, I hope it's she's not just a cameo. Like they spent all of their budget on Kari Wuhrer to be in the movie for 5 minutes at the beginning and the end. Surely that's not the case.
Surely.
Surely they could have gotten 2 fading starlets instead of just 1, but apparently not. We'll see. We still have an hour and 4 minutes left of this film.
Oh my god!
I hate you so much. I hate you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
so we get a little
really
more plot. Beric is one of the king's sons. They go to meet the Berserker tribe. The tribe or whatever is led by Bor, who's the king's other son.
Who's wearing what? A boar.
Ooh, meta.
Right? He's wearing a boar skin. Like his, yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. It's all just metal helmets and bear hats to me.
I'm taking meticulous notes here.
I hope so, Matt, because you're going to need them when you're hammered in about 20 minutes.
So I am as your whore made me. I like that.
So yeah, that's speaking of that line. Apparently, Valkyries in this movie are actually Viking vampires. Is Vikepires a word? I'm going to make that a word.
Who glow like Twilight vampires. It has to be said.
Yes. Glowing Vikepires with yellow eyes. Apparently, if they bite you, you become an immortal cannibal, and also you really love you some Odin suddenly.
I didn't even get any of that.
You didn't? No?
How did you miss that?
I missed all of that.
He's like, the bite. It has a cost.
I'm taking meticulous notes.
Well, I am drinking. So that's my excuse.
So yeah, Viking vampires convert you to Odinism I'm a little disappointed they didn't pay off that lingering plot thread of the dead guy they dumped on the floor. They just moved on. It's like, here's a dead guy and scene.
That's like that guy's like highlight. That's his one credit in any movie either, just being thrown on the ground naked.
I'm the guy you thought was a
skin.
chick and were disappointed by.
But they're cannibals, so I guess, was he meant to be a snack? I don't
know.
Hey, Mort, how's it going?
You're blowing my mind with this cannibal talk. I didn't even know. Did not even
They
know.
made reference to them eating the flesh and blood of their enemies at least 6 times during the last 10 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rachel,
I missed it
back me
completely.
up here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
shit. I gotta pay
in the
close
post, I'm gonna sell my son's soul, like father-son talk. He talks about like, we're just gonna use them to eat the flesh of our enemies.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta pay
Are you
close
telling me that
attention.
you've already checked out on Berserker Hell's
No,
Warrior?
I wrote down like good set design. I think
All right, Matt,
modern-
just read through your notes. I want to know what you got out of the last 10 minutes.
I liked the decapitation. I thought that was
Yeah.
okay.
Could have done that for $3.
Yes, eat your heart out, Wetworks SFX. I liked that the big battle was sort of reminded me of like LARPing in the park. So that's what it's sort of reminded me of. That was kind of cool. A glowing witch. I thought they were witches. I had no idea they were vampires.
Well, they don't say
Vampire
vampires, but it's just they bite you and then you're changed.
Well, they have vampire teeth. How
They do
small
have
is the
vampire
TV
teeth.
you guys are watching this on?
That's true.
Okay, I'm watching on a computer monitor right now, and this is not widescreen. This is 4:3.
It sure is.
Maybe I need to expand my window a little bit or something. I didn't see the vampire teeth at all, but yeah, glowy.
So what's going on now? The king is going. Boar is evil and doesn't get along with the
He's
king.
the bad son, right?
Twist.
he's
one
the
He
guy's
bad
turns
son.
out to
There's
be
good
the dude's
bad
son. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that much. But
So the king is trying to forge an alliance with Boar's marauder Vikepire army, and so Boar comes out and he says, "I'll help you, but I want all the lands taken back from Satan." Or whatever he says.
Satan?
Matt, really?
he said Satan.
Yes.
What? Okay. See, now you. What? I have to go back and rewatch this.
You need to turn the
movie.
subtitles on or something, bro.
I do. No, because I got the whole thing with like the bad brother, the good brother, and they're on the boat, and the dad's like, we're gonna unite all of the Vikings together, and we have to do this to blah blah blah. Didn't get Satan. Didn't get
All right, Matt.
vampire.
Worst dad ever. I'm going to contest that the villain of this movie is the dad.
Jeez.
He's the worst.
Hopefully.
The villain of this movie is Steve from
Okay, I take it back.
God.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, in my defense, I told you guys that you could pick a different movie, and Matt's like, "No, this is your thing."
This is your thing, Steve. This whole podcast is your concept.
and
I don't
I-
think there's any other podcast like this on the internet. This is your baby.
And I gave you an out if you didn't want to watch Berserker Hell's Warrior.
I'm there for you, bro. I don't take out.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But anyways, so during that whole meeting between Beric and the king and Boar says, "I'll help you." He has 2 demands. He says, "I want all of the lands that were taken from Satan or by Satan or something," and then he says, "I want my brother Beric's soul." And the Beric says, "F this, I'm out of here." And then the king's like, "Done." And Beric gives the king this "What the fuck, Dad?"
I
look.
got that. I know that the dad agreed to it, but I guess I missed the Satan thing. Is
You
there some
missed the
sort of
Satan.
weird religious thing going on here? Like Boar is like a Christian, and the other guys are like believe in Norse mythology.
I mean,
is that what I'm
apparently-
missing here? Because Satan
Odin
is
is
not.
a god. I guess.
Satan's not in Norse mythology, right?
No, I don't. I mean, not that
Satan
I'm
is a
aware of.
Christian thing. I'm confused.
Yeah.
That's why That's why you have me confused right now. I'm
I
totally.
mean, don't blame me. I'm just telling you what the movie said.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pay much closer attention in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, that fight scene. I mean, that fight scene was neat and little kids playing with sticks kind of way. Everybody,
They had a lot of people dressed up in costumes. So
in the same costume.
in the exact same costume. I can't tell one person from another, although the one guy that's slightly balding with long hair and a mustache, that guy, he reminds me of the guy in Army of Darkness. And I keep thinking, like, a Deadite's going to show up or something.
Like the blacksmith guy?
Yeah. It
right,
reminds me of him.
I
like Ash is going to
that.
show up and go, "Yo, she bitch," or something to these vampire cannibal women.
Well, so far, Mord, who was given a dead guy to snack on earlier, is the star of the movie to me, and the star of the fight. He cuts a guy's head off, and then before that, he hits a guy in the stomach with an axe, and he pulls his axe back, and hot dogs fall out, and then he beheads the guy.
Which is totally inaccurate to the time period, because they did not have hot dogs back in the 1300s.
Yeah, I mean, fucking suspension of disbelief, Berserker, Hell's Warrior.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of pulled me out of the movie at that point, but
Yeah.
but apparently I was out way before then. Satan, vampire, vampire.
Bring your A game next time.
Whatever. Okay, I'm paying close attention. So, Rachel, do you have any final thoughts on these latest 10 minutes?
On minutes 10 to 20 of Berserker, Hell's Warrior.
I mean, I'm just on the Brunhilde watch. I'm waiting to see how much of this movie we're going to go through without actually seeing our hero.
Yeah, I mean, it's a movie with Vikings. There's got to be, like, hot Viking women in it, right?
Right. I mean, I guess I just feel like right now, like, if you have ever watched a black metal video and were like, I wish this were, like, way longer and way lamer, then this is your jam.
Matt reminded me. It's like, or made me realize it. Have there been any other women in this movie so far besides Brunhilde?
Just the sparkly vampires.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Those count, I guess.
Yeah.
Vikepires.
Should have been topless. I mean, that...
Right. All right, so the boob count is still 0.
Still 0. See, I feel like I'm going to be right here. I don't think there's going to be any nudity in this movie.
All right, but before we start the next 10 minutes, do we think Kari Wuhrer is showing up in minutes 20 to 30?
Oof.
Right now, I'm thinking no.
I don't know. Where are they going? They're walking somewhere. I missed that, too. Where are they going, Steve?
I have no idea. They fought the last battle, and now they're on a boat. My screen is paused when they're on a boat. I have no idea where the boat is heading.
It's also this huge, epic LARPing battle scene that takes about 20 seconds, and then it's over.
And hot dogs fall out of people.
And hot dogs.
Thor, son.
Okay, guys. Well, let's get started on minutes 20 through 30, and we will be back shortly.
All right. Bye.
This is getting interesting.
Is this Assassin's Creed? What is happening?
I don't know what's happening here. Steve, let's get right into it. I mean, there's so much to talk about right now.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, back from minutes 20 to 30. Things happened that time, guys.
Definitely the best 10 minutes so far.
It's taking the turn. People are like, "Oh man, the Red Wedding, so great, so unexpected." It's got nothing on this. This is beyond Red Wedding style treachery here. This is a dad betraying his son, shooting him with like flaming arrows of fury. It's wow, mind blown. Great stuff.
Yeah, I'm into this 10 minutes, but then. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
The last 6 minutes are good. The first 4 minutes of minutes 20 to 30, there's 4 minutes of just Boar walking silently through a dock or a pier, and he keeps walking.
2 minutes, that's just a boat ride.
Yeah, 2 minutes just the boat ride.
I was looking at that, but think about it, like, there's this amazing crane shot in this movie where it starts low and it goes all the way up, past over the top of the walls of this village. And you see, like, hundreds and hundreds of extras and all the great set design. I'm not lying. I'm not, just being sarcastic. The sets and stuff are just really good.
There are better production values than I expected.
Yeah.
The set design is really cool, at least.
For sure.
So there's 2 minutes of a boat ride, and then another 2 minutes of Boar walking up to a pier, or walking through a pier, and he gets to a door, and he just gives
like
the door he gives the door an angry look, and then this guy walks up and he looks at Boar. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And he beats on the door. They let him in. Boar and his army they've conquered. Is it Sigurdsson? Is that the name of the guy who isn't
Yes.
shown?
Yeah.
So Sigurdsson gets killed. There's this cool shot where Mord, because everybody has a one-syllable name in this movie apparently. So Mord.
Just as a quick aside, Steve, I think we can all agree that like Norse, Scandinavian names like that are awesome. Let's name people Mord.
Right?
And Sigmund Fleur, blah, 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 blah. That'd be great.
Yeah. Like, you're not getting beat up on the playground if your name is Thorson. Like, you are fucking shit up.
Hey, here's my kid Odin. He's going to run the school now.
Exactly.
So anyways, Mord pulls Sigurdsson's head off a spear, throws it to the king.
It's great.
And so now, I like that shot a lot. And so now Bor is ready to claim his brother's soul. No word about the lands of Satan. He didn't bring that up yet. He's waiting for a good time.
I don't even believe you guys about this Satan.
It's all about the
That's
timing.
fine.
I don't believe
You can go back and watch Berserker Hell's Warrior on your own time.
I will. This is a movie that demands a second and third viewing.
Right? Like, there's symbolism we're missing. We're just
There's
so
like a
caught
term
up in the
paper.
action and the drama of the family dissolving that we're missing all of the metaphor.
There's a term paper here somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
So Bor wants to claim Beric's soul, and the king is like, no, that's not happening. So he breaks his word, and then he dumps a bucket of dishwater on him. And was that supposed to be pitch or oil or flammable of any sort?
Yes, hence the flaming arrows and the roasted boar meat.
But they shot the arrows into the hay. They didn't shoot it into the liquid at all.
Whatever.
Anyways, so
if you like drop a match in like oil, it won't light. It's the fumes that light. So he was just being scientific about it. They're all about accuracy in this movie. I think it's clear. Like
they had a science advisor, clearly.
Right? Yes.
Clearly. I mean, I still say that was like their dishwater because it was just this funky gray liquid that didn't look flammable at all, but whatever. Shit went up in flames. Beric has a change of heart. What is it? Bor he's on the ground. He's been double crossed by his dad, who's also the king. King's going back on his word. He gets set on fire. There's a cool shot. They've got this giant wooden gate that they close and they bar it so Bor's forces are trapped inside. And then the king just fucking lights them up. Everybody's on fire. Beric decides, all right, I'm going to call out to Odin, and then an MS Paint lightning bolt comes, and the Vikepires show up and apparently resurrect Bor. And
the brother says, "Odin, take me if you let my brother go," or something like that, right? Like he makes a deal. He's like, "I take me, kill me," or something. But I don't know if that's actually what's happening.
Yeah, and then the king says, "No, leave Beric alone. Take me instead." And there's this like little, I don't know, standoff between the king and Bor, who might be possessed by Odin. He might not. I wasn't sure what the lightning bolt
that
did
moment
to
really humanized Bor for me. Like before, he was just a cannibal, but now I feel like I know Bor the man.
He's somewhat tragic.
Now he's sympathetic,
right?
Very
and
sympathetic.
it's clear that he didn't want to be bitten by the Vikepires. I mean, he's still going along with it, but he's also pissed off, and he blames his dad for being turned into a immortal cannibal who's still vulnerable to fire.
Yes.
On my notes here, I'm just going to read it word for word what I wrote here. Okay, I see the vampire teeth. So I was intentionally looking for them. I did see them. But earlier when you guys were first mentioning, oh yeah, they're like vampire things, I was like, I thought they were witches, but Bor actually says, don't trust the witch. He calls her a witch, so I feel like I've been redeemed a little bit.
And then then she bites him on the neck like a vampire.
Okay, I didn't get that far.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Oh,
Wait,
so you don't know what I'm talking about by this turning into Assassin's Creed yet?
No, I'm at 5450. Where are you guys
wait
at?
a minute. Shit's about to get real crazy.
I am 29 minutes and 50 seconds
Where
into
are
the
we?
movie.
I'm at 30 minutes and 5 seconds.
How much is left? That's easier to find. I'm at
54. All right, so I'm at
54:16.
Okay, I'm at 5450.
Whatever.
So you
Matt will just be 30 seconds behind us.
That son of God. Damn it. Whatever.
So Matt doesn't even. All right, Rachel, you're.
I don't even know. You're spoiling it for me.
was that the chick we've been wanting to see at the end?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, okay, I felt almost like I missed a reel of the movie because it's like, wait, wasn't she? If it's the woman that's in the fire, how was she suddenly there, like biting people?
Well, I don't think that was Brunhilde. I think that was all right. The
Brunhilde's
context,
twin cousin.
I don't know. The context that I got was that was the Vikepire witch that originally bit Boar, and so he's like, "Don't trust her, Beric."
I thought she was just like an evil goddess chick.
I have no idea what her name is.
And she's like, I love you. And I'm like, is there backstory here that I'm missing?
Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And catch up a little bit where you guys are.
Yeah, can you catch up to 30?
Okay, I see the biting. I see glowy, slow motion. Which
Shit's about to get real fucking weird.
Okay, hold on a second. Now, I don't know where you guys stopped, though. Screen just went to black.
All right, stop there.
No, don't. Like, give it one more minute, because I want you to understand why I said, is this Assassin's Creed?
One more minute. Okay. All right. A door is opening, and hot scientist Kari Wuhrer in a really short skirt. What?
I'm stopped at exactly 30 minutes into the movie.
No!
Okay, I'm pausing right here.
My mind is exploding.
Okay, Steve, obviously you have not gotten this part yet?
No, I went with you, but I'm at exactly 30 minutes in right now.
Okay.
I paused it at 30 minutes even.
Okay. I have 54:19 left.
So was the glowing witch chick also Kari Wuhrer? I couldn't tell because she was lit up like the damn sun.
I think it was her.
Oh.
So real quick context, Boar kept calling her his father's whore, so I think maybe the last witch chick that bit Beric was, I don't know, father's mistress, the king's mistress? Maybe. They didn't verify it, but
we're thinking way too hard about this,
guys. All right, that was minutes 20 to 30. Guys, you got anything to add before we go to 30 to 40?
This movie is awesome. Everybody should watch it.
Right here live. Hold on, guys. Oh, that was a big gulp. Wow. I needed that. Okay. I'm ready to go. I want to know what's up with Kari Wuhrer here. Now we're like modern day or something.
Right?
Finally.
Yeah.
Like he's out of the Animus. Like, what is happening?
All right. Well, we're about to find out, everybody. We will see you shortly.
Bye.
Yeah.
So does anybody else feel like they just took some acid? Because what the fuck is happening?
I don't know, but Steve, you're gonna get this rolling. Get this rolling.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back, and so now Beric is in the future, and he got some jumpsuit from Hot Topic, and now he's in super chains.
I thought like maybe he opened the puzzle box or something, and like Pinhead had him all chained up, but that didn't turn out to be the case.
Yeah, so at the end of the last segment, Beric was bitten by a witch, Vikepire, who I think was Kari Wuhrer, and now it faded to black, and now he's in the future, and it looks like they're going to play it to where he was Ivan the Terrible and the Dusseldorf vampire and Rasputin, and all of these mad, tyrannical killers and murderers. Beric, who is now apparently immortal, was all of them, or at least he's claiming to be. So Kari Wuhrer is a scientist at the Stockholm Neuroincarceration Unit.
Yeah. I wrote that down.
So she's going to interview him, and there's this great moment where she goes in and he's behind like some glass, so the dude can't see her. So she asks, "Can he see me?" And this guy who looks like this perfect Aryan guy.
Yeah, it's like Aryan Agent Smith.
Yeah. So he says, or she asks, can he see me? And the Aryan guy says, no. So she says, well, how am I supposed to interview him? And he says, use the intercom. So scientist Kari Wuhrer apparently doesn't believe that forms of communication outside of face-to-face contact exist, because her mind is fucking blown that intercoms exist.
When she goes in there, he calls her a stupid bitch. She's like, stupid bitch.
Like, how am I supposed to interview him? Use the intercom. And then she just walks into the room anyway.
I just want to, I want to say, sorry, slurring my words already. Yeah. I want to say that I'm starting to lean out. Now, you guys were sort of talking back and forth in the chat window. I'm trying to avoid the chat window so I could pay close attention to this.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to miss a minute.
I did sort of go back and Rachel, you are sort of changing your mind. You're thinking that Kari Wuhrer is going to get naked in this movie, correct?
Yeah, she's one dream sequence away from boob.
Right. Now, I totally switched. Now, if anyone's still listening, way back at the beginning of this, I was like, no way she's getting naked in this. Completely changed my opinion during this sequence because she has a serious case of fuck me right now face going on.
Yeah, she
and
does.
like everything she's doing, she's like, oh, it's like sultry, like I am going to get naked and you are all going to love it.
She pulled off her glasses really slowly, like making googly eyes at Barrick.
She did everything but lick her lips. I mean, it was, So
one thing I'm concerned that I still think she is, but I mean that was a time it could have happened. So she's naked in bed, but she keeps the blanket covering her tits. So
that's true.
I mean maybe she's being really, maybe Berserker
we're building
Warrior
to a love scene,
didn't meet
though.
her price.
We're building to a love scene. Like
she's gonna bang Barrick, right?
Right? Whether it's in a dream sequence or in the like now Highlander times, like she is going to. Yeah, she was going to pull Shannon Tweed.
Yeah, that dude looks like Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
The guy who's playing Boar or whatever, he looks like Christopher Lambert to me. I don't think it's Barrick that makes me think Christopher Lambert. I think it's the other dude.
Okay, is it Craig Schiffer that looks like Lambert to you?
I think so, yeah. The guy that's Boar.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it. It could be the Scotch. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I know there's laser beams in this one. Like they walk through some futuristic laser beams, which I liked. I liked there's a big fight. Which
Harley Quinn didn't make it.
They throw I guess Boar's goons. They're all wearing like Boar skins.
Yeah, I thought it was just Mord, and then 6 guys show up. They look exactly like him, wearing the exact same costume. They're all the same size as him.
But there's a cool fight. Like they throw this guy through a plate glass window, which is pretty sweet. He takes a sword. This poor little lab assistant just sort of standing there freaked out. He just slices her throat.
Yeah,
that's great.
The blonde security guard with pigtails was pretty cute.
She looked like Harley Quinn.
She does look like Harley Quinn.
Boom. I'm a nerd.
Disagree. Anyway.
Shut up, Matt. So anyways, there's a big Kari Wuhrer, she's apparently brought into the Stockholm Neuro Incarceration Unit to interview Barrick to see if he's actually crazy or not. And she walks in there, talks to him for 20 seconds. She comes out and is like, yeah, he's fine. Unchain him. It's cool. Just leaves. Like, scene is done. It's gone. So then, the guys that all look like Mord show up and they go to kill Barrick, who is he wasn't released, but he's not in chains. He's still in a cell, though. And he just massacres him. I mean, the effects aren't amazing, but I thought the fight scene was pretty cool. It doesn't cut away, so you see swords going through brains, and
that was sweet. The head split was pretty sweet.
Yeah. The sword goes through the under the guy's mouth and comes out to the top of his head. So I mean, maybe that giant LARP scene wasn't great, but all of the other fight scenes in the movie I've enjoyed so far.
Yeah, I think that this is surprisingly better production-wise than I ever anticipated it would be. Especially, I would never judge a movie by its cover, I guess, because the cover looked really dumb. Yeah, this movie, I am pleasantly surprised. Steve, once again, I mean, you're like, I don't know if this thing's going to work. I feel like this podcast is working right now. I think we got some Kari Wuhrer to look forward to coming up here. More kills.
Kari Wuhrer's tits will bring this movie together.
I think the movie's already pretty much together. I'm pretty into it right now.
I love Kari Wuhrer. I would do her right now.
Good to know.
So
Rachel, is there anything else you want to mention about this sequence before we dive in?
This took a turn. Like, it went from being kind of like, 13th Warrior style to all of a sudden like Highlander meets 50 Shades. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Barrick is the Christian Grey of this time period.
I think he might be.
All right. Well, we got
definite Highlander vibe. The guys with long hair, they're all indistinguishable from one another. Comes to the future, and now they're sword fighting.
Has there ever been a sort of Viking-ish movie in which it's been clearly distinguishable, like one Viking guy from the next? Like, I remember even in Braveheart or something like that, it's like Mel Gibson still kind of looked like everybody.
13th Warrior was pretty good.
I don't know if I've ever
I could tell the difference between, Antonio Banderas and Bullseye.
Did he have short hair in that, though?
Yeah, he did, because he was the Arab dude.
Well, now it's really easy because Barrick is wearing this black Hot Topic jumpsuit, and all of the bad guys apparently are still wearing bear hats from 600 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get back to it, guys.
I do, too.
Let's just shut up.
We got this movie now.
We're 44 minutes left in this film. We got another 4 segments. Totally into it. We will see you guys in just a moment.
All right. Hello.
Hello. How's it going, Rachel?
All right, I'm gonna let Matt do the countdown and start this.
5, 4, 3, 2, go, Steve.
No, I'm not going this time, but fine, fuck it, I guess I will. Welcome back. We just finished minutes 40 to 50, and I'm really fucking into this movie now, guys.
You just now got into it? God.
No, I mean, I was before, but now it's like, damn, I actually want to watch the next 30 minutes of this now.
I want to know how this ends. That is true. I really want to know how this ends.
So, a few mysteries solved. Brunhilde, or Kari Wuhrer was Brunhilde, but now she's the reincarnation of a reincarnation? I don't know. Kari Wuhrer was Brunhilde, and now she's a scientist who wears a nightgown everywhere that she goes, apparently.
Yeah. Her boobs are popping out of her shirt.
It's like set, like the person who was picking the costumes, they were like, okay, she's a scientist, and they just like went to Spirit, and they're like, sexy nurse, close enough. Let's throw her in the PVC dress. That looks like science.
Yeah. It's like Tara Reid in Alone in the Dark. You know, Tara Reid is a scientist.
Why do you got to sully this awesome podcast by talking about Alone in the Dark?
Just want to make a comparison. By the way, terrible chest tattoo. It's not working for me now with Kari Wuhrer. I mean, the chest tattoo has to go. To go.
The tattoos are fine. But does she have these? Does present day Kari Wuhrer have these same tattoos as past Brunhilde? Is that what I'm getting here?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the connection.
They look kind of tribal.
Yeah.
Tribal Kari Wuhrer.
Kari Wuhrer is very tribal.
Yeah, if the top of that nightgown gets any tighter, she's gonna have a collapsed lung or something before this movie's over.
The breasts are, bursting from the top. However, we have yet to actually see them completely burst free.
I thought when she had the dress made of like rope, we would see something.
That net
yeah.
But no,
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Even if she was naked with just this net on her, I'm not counting that because the net was too distracting. I couldn't make out the good parts.
The net was too distracting. Great, yeah.
So, at the end of the last segment, the Bear Hats came and slaughtered everybody, and Barrick escaped. Kari Wuhrer had a sexy dream about Barrick, and she put on her best nightgown and rain slicker and went to check out the scene of the crime. She's told by... I don't know, Aryan Agent Smith, is that what we're going with?
Yep.
I think that's a good name for him.
Clifford.
Whose name is Clifford?
I was like, oh my god, someone needs their face punched immediately for having that name.
So Clifford doesn't know that the Bear Hats attacked. He thinks that Barrick did all of this himself because every time Barrick kills a Bear Hat, this big man-sized poof of baby powder comes off of them and then they disappear.
Yeah.
So they think Barrick just slaughtered the people and escaped, and he blames Kari Wuhrer for unchaining him. He fights some people. He chases down Kari Wuhrer, and Barrick does. He fights some more Bear Hats, and then they go to her place. Still no boobs, unfortunately, but he tells her that their history, that Bor, who is the evil brother, tried to rescue her as Brunhilde from the flame table she was on. He got burnt to a crisp, but Barrick was unaffected by the flames.
Which makes me feel more sympathetic for the guy. Because, this guy he tried to save this girl and turned into a post-toasty in the process. I can understand why he's a little pissed off.
Yeah. So we still don't know. I mean, at some point,
and he's not going to get the girl either.
He's not.
Thor is not going to get the girl.
No.
He's going to be very angry about it.
But at some point in the last 35 minutes, she's going to have to turn into the Vikepire witch and do something, because as of right now, she's on my screen as a normal human woman, and she turns into a glowing witch at some point.
She does?
Wasn't that her at when you had to go and fast forward a little bit because we were already there? She's
Oh,
the
I didn't realize that she was the witch that he was saying.
Yeah, she's the one that bit him.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay,
why when he was in the Christian Grey room of pain, he was having visions of her from the past. When he saw her, it showed him being bit again.
So she was the girl on the rock. She is the witch, and she's the hot scientist in modern day
who wears a nightgown.
So she's playing like 3 different.
Yeah, everywhere she goes to science, she wears a nightgown,
which is fine. I do want to say, like, part of being a really great actor is not just being able to give great sex face. It's also being able to run in high heels down an alley in a rainstorm.
You know what?
Very impressive. Kari.
Yeah, I gotta give it up to her. When she did the thing where she leapt from the, 3 feet above the concrete down to the puddle below, I did not miss a beat. I was like, get it.
Yeah, that was a very impressive piece of performance art right there. Although, where did she get the gun?
I have no idea.
I looked at, like, I was watching, all of a sudden she's got like a gun and she's pointing it at Barrick or whatever. I'm like, where did she hide that thing?
She's an immortal Valkyrie. She's gonna be unarmed?
Wait, is it like Total, or not Total, like The Running Man, and she just says that girls have more hiding places to Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's not like that.
Bad reference.
Anyway,
my favorite line from this 10-minute sequence here is, "Do you remember what it felt like when I lifted you from the rock?" That's the best line.
That's pretty metal.
My favorite part of these last 10 minutes are when Kari Wuhrer is driving away. Barrick, hides in her back seat, and then he pops up and freaks her out. She runs out of the car, and she locks the door, and he doesn't know how cars work. He's trapped in the car. He doesn't realize that they open from the inside. And she,
he's not from this.
She's not.
Day and age,
but it's just
right?
that she locked him inside a car, which is humorous to me.
Right. I mean, so, your grandfather can't work a VCR, so someone from, from Viking times, handles would be confusing, right?
Yeah, he's not going to know. He's like, what type of horse is this? I don't understand.
Right? Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Shit.
All right, well...
Should we dive back in?
Yeah, let's dive back in. The Kari Wuhrer boob watch is still on effect.
I'm telling you, those Valkyries are coming out.
What's really strange here is she's sort of very famous. Like, Steve, what we should do is Kari Wuhrer sex film month, where it's just all the movies that she got naked in. That'd be great. She's being so conservative here. It's almost like a tease.
Meet her tit price.
Maybe
they spent all of their budget on boats and big wooden doors.
Their hats.
This wooden door was just too much. It was too much.
I hope that if we ever run into her at a convention, we have to ask her about.
We did.
Hell's Warrior. I know we did, but if we run into her again, we have to ask her about this movie.
Okay, I'm going to look up Kari Wuhrer. She's got to have a website here, right? I'm going to find out what her convention schedule is.
We're going to make a special trip.
We're going to stalk her.
What's your favorite memory of Berserker Hell's Warrior?
I just want to get the DVD and have her sign it. That would be great.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a website?
What?
Unbelievable.
Let's see.
She got Twitter? Yeah, let me tweet her right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me log in here.
She hates cling wrap and the flu.
Okay. Oh, she hates the flu? Hold on. Okay, Kari Wuhrer. This is her, right? Yeah, it's definitely her. See, normally you have to have, verified account, right? I don't want to start
Kari
creeping.
Wuhrer Twitter.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to follow her here. Okay, so now I'm following her. Now let me say, what should I say here, guys? Help me out. What should I type? At Kari. I'm being serious, guys. Help me out.
Oh.
What should I type?
I'm reading her feed, dude. I feel she's tweeting Zach Galligan. It's amazing. It's like a time capsule.
Okay. At Kari Wuhrer. All right, Steve, help me out here.
I just want to know her best memory from the production of Berserker Hell's Warrior.
We are watching Berserker right now.
Berserker Hell's Warrior.
Well, do I have to put Hell's Warrior? It's 180. It's 180 characters. I don't have enough room.
Fine.
Blame Twitter.
Do your best.
Okay, we're watching Berserker right now on the Splattercast. We want to know what your favorite memory from the making of it was. How's that?
Sure.
Tweet. Boom. It just happened. I will let you know if she responds.
Come on, Carrie.
Come on.
I mean, I know you're busy talking about how much you fucking hate cling wrap, but we have questions that need
This
answers.
is so important to me right now. It's really, really important to me because the great thing about social media like Twitter is you can directly contact your heroes. So, Kari, come on, please answer this question for us so we can...
This is very important.
This is very important.
You have to connect with your fans.
You do. Like the 3 fans you've got are right here. We want to hear from you. So with that, we have another 35 minutes left. Let's get back into it, and we'll be back in a few short seconds.
Hello.
Boobs.
We got the boobs.
All right, Steve, take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boobs!
Boobs.
Finally.
Boobs.
Yep.
And butt.
And butt, yeah. I mean, both are just great. Kari Wuhrer looks fantastic in this, especially when she's not wearing anything.
Yep.
Agreed. Thanks for the support, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. What the fuck happened? I saw boobs and I don't
Sexy
remember
time, as
anything.
Rachel
got all up in her
say.
love fjord.
Sexy.
As well he should. So this we get a little bit more flashback. Boar is
Back.
So many puns.
It's the scotch. Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Boar is burnt. He's dying. Beric begs Brunhilde, Kari Wuhrer, to bite him in order to give him, to save his life and give him power and whatnot. She warns him that...
Bite me, Kari Wuhrer. Bite me, please.
And...
She's listening. It's going to happen.
And so she warns Beric that, when I bite him, he won't be the same, blah, blah, blah. So she does, but she goes ahead and bites Boar, and she seems to become herself corrupted in the process, or she was bad all along and was just playing along. I'm not really sure. But Boar's life is saved, and he becomes jealous that Kari Wuhrer is with Beric. And I think Boar believes that he was the one that actually saved her. Like, maybe he doesn't remember getting bitten. I don't know.
He's so sad. He's like, I didn't. I saved her. No, and you don't get the girl.
Yeah, Boar's had a rough life. And right before I hit pause, they're going into a flashback about how the king loved Beric more and didn't give a shit about Boar. So Boar's just had a shitty life. I hope he wins at this point.
Yeah, I mean, although a young Boar is inexplicably British, all of a sudden he's like, Father, I thought we were going to go hunting. Like, no.
I mean, I would, if I had a kid that talks like that, I would disown him too.
Right?
I mean, and now I take it back. Boar just lost some of the points he built up with me. Now I understand why the king hates him. But still, rough life, got betrayed by the king and Kari Wuhrer and the brother. It's just... everyone that he depends on just double-crosses him or turns him into a berserker. One or the other.
Berserker rage!
Yeah, he is Wolverine. Kari Wuhrer says he will feel the berserker rage. And, that was 5 minutes of just Kari Wuhrer boobs. I mean, it wasn't 5 minutes, but the time passed very quickly once those were on screen.
Well, they did tease a long build up to it. So she sort of wanders in, and Beric's just hanging out in this really awesome like copper tub, and she just sort of like wrapped her like in a like a sheet or something. She holds it for
giant sheet.
Yeah, she holds it for quite a while before she actually just boom shows the goods.
And then she only does it in dark, and then a little bit later, someone actually turns on a freaking light so you can see what's going on. Love Fjord.
Yeah.
You're
welcome. That's the new Stone Mountain. Love Fjord. All right. Facebook status update. Love Fjord.
All up in it.
All up in the Love Fjord.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. I hate the stupid like filter they put over because they have this like long sort of. Of course, you got to have sex under a waterfall and blah blah blah. But the filmmakers chose a strange filter to go all over it. It almost looks like everything's sort of like desaturated, and you can't really. I mean, I'm not crazy, right? It's not the booze.
No.
Okay. You were very quiet there. Like, what is Matt talking about?
If I had known you were going to question that, I would have just told you were fucking crazy to make you worry.
But it's hard to see anything really with that terrible filter they put on it.
Thankfully, they cut back to present time, which doesn't have the filter, and they turn on a light, so you got to see all the Kari Wuhrer you wanted.
Yeah, I'll post like a screenshot.
For me, it's never enough.
I'll post a screenshot as the show note for this episode for sure.
I don't really. I mean, aside from the boobs, that was a pretty uneventful 10 minutes in the movie. I don't have much else to say about this segment.
Yeah, it's just kind of like they built up, and then they just sort of blew their load.
All up in her Love Fjord.
Love Fjord. I want to name a band Love Fjord.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like Boar's hair is like so like 80s butt rock. Like he would totally be the lead singer of Love Fjord.
Clifford the super area and get stabbed.
That's true. I like the burn makeup effects on Boar.
Yeah,
okay.
poor
Very
Boar.
beginning. I like those. I thought those
Lantern
good.
Effects could do that in $3.
I think the effects have been pretty decent so far in this movie. I mean, not the weird CG effects, but the actual practical makeup effects and kills and stuff. I've been pretty impressed.
I hate the baby powder poof that pops up when he kills the bear hat.
Yeah.
This whole movie, it's Barrack versus the Bear Hats.
But they're the followers of Boar, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why,
Well, they're the
why
wild
is Boar?
hunt.
Why is Boar wearing like a bear skin?
Because he's a
wearing, like,
berserker.
a boar? But he should be wearing a boar. His name is Boar.
Right. You blew it, people.
Rock in his world. Sorry.
Do you like that? That's their number
That's
one
good.
hit. Love
really
Fjord's number one hit is Ragnarok in his world.
We gotta create this band.
We really do.
We gotta create this band. Let's see. Quick update here. I'm gonna go ahead and check Twitter, and let me see. No response from Kari Wuhrer yet.
Whatever. She's probably caught up in some
I mean, I don't know.
cling wrap snafu.
She's making Berserker 2, Hell's Warrior.
I mean, I don't know why she's ignoring me. I mean, I have one follower, and it's her. She's just completely fucking ignoring me. So, come on, Kari. You know, I unfollowed everybody on Twitter, but I follow you, and you're not responding to me. I'm very disappointed.
Right?
Right.
Do all the things.
Fuck yeah, Rachel. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, and with that,
Is
let's
this the
get to the
final
next
10?
10 minutes.
No, we have 24 minutes left.
Holy shit.
So at least 2.
All right, so we've seen boobs. What are we hoping to see in the finale as we go into this?
We just need the final fight between Boar and Barrack.
All right.
It's time for them to settle the score, and Boar will probably get fucked over again.
Yeah, you know, poor Boar. All right.
Poor Boar. All right.
Poor Boar.
Okay, we'll be back in
right.
seconds.
All right, bye. Oh shit, it was just getting dramatic. I was like really getting into it for a moment there.
I know. Perfect place to pause. Leave us anticipating the last segment.
Oh man.
All right,
Spicy.
Steve. Take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bear hats in the fucking club, guys.
Sorry.
Never apologize for that.
I loved pretty much everything about the last 10 minutes that I just watched.
Right.
Kari Wuhrer has switched from the white nightgown to this little short black dress, and she's wearing a trench coat. It's working for me.
Am I really drunk, or is this the best movie ever?
It's pretty good. The highlight is them like jumping off the roof of a skyscraper and landing feet first on the ground with like no issues whatsoever.
They're berserkers. They're just crazy. They're so fucking crazy. They can jump off there and be fine.
Clifford the Aryan is leading. He's leading Boar to where Kari Wuhrer's apartment is. And Kari Wuhrer and Barrick escape. They run to the roof, or they run somewhere. They get out. But Boar and his men, along with Clifford, get onto the roof, and they see Kari Wuhrer down the street running away. And they're like, well, you first. And he just throws Clifford off the fucking roof. Loved it. That was awesome. And then they all just straight jump off the top of the building and land, and they're all perfectly fine.
Like the guy that lands on the car and smashes the car, and he just like, and
then he just gets up. Whatever. Yeah. Walk it off. We're good. So then Kari Wuhrer and or Kari Wuhrer, whatever her name is, and Barrick are walking down the street, just the middle of, I don't know, New York or wherever the hell this is meant to take place. They're in Stockholm.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
So they're in Stockholm. So they're just running down like Main Street, Stockholm. They go into a rave. They're in the club, and here comes Boar and all of his men. There's a sword fight in the middle of the rave. Kari Wuhrer says, we need a distraction, and so they hit the sprinkler, and then nothing happens. The distraction is apparently now everyone's wet and raving. Guys, what'd you think of that? That was great.
I thought it was good, yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to see how this thing ends.
There was a little moment where we finally, like, Boar and Kari were in the same room, and he gave her that look like, hey, girl. And I just felt like that was a really special moment.
My brother.
I mean, she should have had sex with both of these guys before deciding on which one she wants to go with, I think.
Right?
We needed another topless scene of Kari Wuhrer in this movie. I don't think we're going to get another one.
Boar? No, I don't think we are either.
We got the money.
Yeah, she only shows him once per movie, or at least once per Berserker Hell's Warrior, and that moment has passed, sadly.
So, okay, does anybody else have any trouble understanding how we got from, like, them fighting in the club to her tied to, like, a rock on top of a giant hobo pile?
I think while Barrick was killing the bear hats, Boar just behind the scenes grabbed her and took her.
Oh, okay.
They didn't actually show it. It's just when Barrick stops killing bear hats, he looks around and she's gone.
Okay. I'm like, through my drunken haze, I can't follow this very complex plot.
I don't like the filter. Like, as soon as I see that awful filter they put over it, I sort of check out. I'm kind of like, oh god.
Yeah, all of the flashbacks have this really weird filter where the lighting's kind of blown out, and it's almost kind of a double image. But from what you can make out, Kari Wuhrer, after she in the past as Brunhilde, after she's revived Boar, starts going. I don't know if she's going evil, but the king confronts her, and I don't know. Then it cut to her. Now she's on a trash pile, and Boar is talking sexy to her.
Yeah, he is. He knows stuff that the gods don't want him to know.
Damn straight.
Yeah. I feel like she picked the wrong brother. Like, you should have gone with Boar. Right?
Like help him out. Come on,
Boar didn't do anything to deserve this. Maybe this is some sort of oh, go ahead.
Even when you look in the past, apparently, I mean, he didn't know it, but Barrick at any time could have just walked up there and grabbed her and been fine. We have no idea how long she was waiting on the burning trash heap, waiting for Barrick to come save her, but he didn't. It was Boar who set himself on fire to try to help her.
I just feel like he's got all the daddy issues. He'd, like, try harder to please her. Like, she kind of blew it by picking the pretty boy brother. She should have gone with Boar.
I agree.
Agreed.
Berserker 2, Story of Boar coming.
I mean, what is Craig Schiffer doing right now, right? Like, he could don the wig. I think it could happen.
Okay, I am actually going to tweet Kari Wuhrer again here. Do you feel you should have chosen Boar over Barrick? Okay, tweet sent. There we go. So I'm hoping, guys, in the next 15 minutes she responds, but I have a feeling it won't happen.
Whatever.
But if she does respond, I'll be sure to let you guys know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. If you have any other questions you'd like me to ask her, feel free to just let me know, and I'll
ask her what she's wearing.
No, I'm not going to do that. See, I'm a classy.
We're not creepy.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
All right, so guys, I think we finished up that segment. We got 14 minutes left. 2 or 3 of those has got to be credits. Do we want to stop with 4 minutes left, or do we want to go all the way to the end?
Let's go all the way through to the end. There might be a stinger. Who knows?
There could be a stinger. I hope this is like Masters of the Universe, and there's a stinger that promises a sequel that never came.
It's like Kari Wuhrer topless popping out of a pool. I'll be back. That'd be great.
Like, Kari's latest credit was Sharknado 2. So I feel like now is the moment to strike and get her in for Berserker 2. She's on for sequels. She can't be
Kari,
that busy.
Here at Dead Lantern, we're 10 years of filmmaking here. We've got a lot of experience. I want to pitch you on this great movie. It's called Love Fjord, Ragnarok in the World. It's a sequel to Berserker. It's going to be huge. We've got the budget. Let's do it. Yes. And with that, we will be back after the end of the film.
All right, bye. Hello. Woo. So basically, that whole movie was about how the Berserker became.
Wait.
What?
Don't spoil it.
Save it to a recording.
Oh, we're not recording? I'm recording.
I didn't do a count now. I mean,
Come on, Steve.
Guys?
Get on the ball. Shit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rachel, what were you just talking about?
Okay, so basically this whole movie was just a story about how a Berserker became a single dad for his brother. I gotta say, I didn't see that one coming. So,
that was an interesting twist.
Well played, Berserker, Hell's Warrior. Well played.
And we were right. Bor was totally the good guy throughout this entire movie.
He was. Yep. He was totally the good guy, except for the weird rapey stuff at the end.
That was a little bit disconcerting.
I mean, it's hard to be like, he was the good guy when there's rape stuff. I don't know.
I must have missed the rape stuff. I mean,
you see, like, he was, well, you didn't see it? Maybe apparently I'm seeing things during this whole movie that nobody else is seeing.
I feel like you're watching the uncut version, and we're watching the, like...
Maybe I am watching Firegasm. Totally different movie here. Jesus.
All right, so the last 14 minutes of the movie, Bor has Kari Wuhrer tied up to a pile of garbage, and he sword fights his brother. Bor tells Barrick that... he's trying to save Barrick. He thinks that Barrick is Kari Wuhrer's slave because she's Brunhilde, the evil Valkyrie, which she is. Was she good at one point and just went back to being Brunhilde?
She was always bad.
Or
always bad.
Scientist Kari Wuhrer was just an act then.
Yeah.
Is that what we're going with?
Because that's part of the curse, right? Like, she's reborn over and over and over again. Every lifetime she makes him kill his brother. So she's, like, in on it from the jump, but she plays, like, damsel in distress so that he's, like, you know, doing it for
everything about her is fake, Steve. The personality, the boobs, everything. All fake. She's bad.
I mean,
we should have known when she had a PVC nurse outfit. Like, that should have been our first clue. But we were so excited by its water wicking properties that we didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Nightgown and nurse.
This movie outsmarted us, is what Rachel is saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So the big twist
I've been humbled.
If you can call it a twist, is that Odin, who is kind of thought by everyone to be the bad guy, he's this evil deity. He just hates everyone. But no, he actually sent Bor to kill the Valkyrie Brunhilde Kari Wuhrer in order to release Barrick. Barrick figures out at the end that Odin's not the one that put the curse on anyone. It was Kari Wuhrer herself. But, you know, he doesn't figure that out until after he beheads Bor, which is a shame because he was the fucking hero.
Yeah, he went out in a blaze of bad CG glory. That's for sure.
But the good news, he rose from the ashes, though, right? Like, Bor's finally gonna get the father figure that he never had from Thorson.
Wouldn't it be kind of
Like
cool,
nursing.
though, to be able to just be reincarnated all the time? It's like, okay, yeah, I got my head chopped off by my brother, but now I'm a baby. I'm going to grow up and have a whole new life. Like,
Yeah, so
it's
that's
just going to repeat over and over, right?
I really
Yep.
want to know like how that baby came into be because it wasn't just like
There's
it wasn't-
sex involved, I assume.
Well, but was there? Who was the mom?
Did he also pluck, like, baby boar from the firegasm fire?
Yeah, it just the final beat is really weird. Beric finally he kills Brunhilde, realizing that she was actually the bad guy all along, and that Bor was trying to save him. And he's like, in exchange for killing Kari Wuhrer, I asked Odin to reincarnate Bor. And so it cuts to a hospital, and he's looking through the glass into like the nursery, and this nurse brings up a baby who was Bor reincarnated and shows him to Beric, and then the nurse goes and takes him back. Did this baby materialize?
Somewhere
If that's the
there's
case-
like a cut scene of like crying parents and like a press conference, like someone took a baby.
Yeah, I mean, there's something missing here. I really want to know where this baby came from.
That's where the sequel's that's a jumping off point for the sequel.
Did it come from Kari Wuhrer's love fjord?
That's what I'm
It could
saying.
have.
Because he didn't kill her; he just put her back in the fire ring.
That's
We
true.
know he had sex with her. That was clearly established. So maybe the weird vampire witch thing has, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to
But
say.
then
Yes, she got knocked out.
Did he take Kari Wuhrer to the hospital to give birth, or did he just take the baby out? Run
I think he
there?
probably just cut it out with his sword.
So I'm really curious as to where the hospital came into this. Like, I found this baby. Please put it in your nursery, and I'll come back for it later.
Wait, let me put on my sweet sunglasses and walk slowly out of the hospital.
Right?
motion.
Slow motion.
So
exiting the
much
hospital.
slow motion during the sword fight.
I hate slow motion. That's probably the weakest part of this movie for me, other than the weird filter and the flashback sequences. Hate slow motion.
Yeah,
I like
flashbacks.
the extensive use of rain machines. I love rain in movies. Absolutely love it. Fantastic.
Rain wants all over the place.
Set design did take a turn for the worse with the trash heap set at the end. Like at the beginning, we were like, "Wow, man! They have a whole village, and
Wooden
tons and tons of
doors
extras."
and boats.
Yeah, dragon boats, and then here is like, let's literally just throw Kari Wuhrer on this weird piece of
Junk
trash
pile
and,
altar.
and sprinkle some trash around her. Yeah, I wrote down here on my notes Bor rape. I'm pretty sure like he like did something to her and got
I
on top
do
of
think
her.
there was
He
some
climbs
like
on top
tearing
of-
of clothes, but I don't know.
Yeah, but there was
I'm
that
drunk.
long shot where he got like on her, like in between her legs, and then suddenly she witched out, and he disappeared. I don't know what was going on. I felt it was very rapey.
How did
it
I
was,
miss this?
I don't know.
I must have been pouring another glass of bourbon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, jeez, I don't know. I like the fact that when they're sort of like circling her, she's tied up with these like ropes, but they have to keep like ducking under the ropes or stepping over the ropes so they don't trip and fall as they circle her. And then I wrote down slow motion sword battle and baby boar.
Baby boar.
Those are my notes.
Let's see. After finishing this on Netflix, it says suggestions for you to watch now.
Yeah. I got those too.
I've got Crusade of Vengeance,
Yep,
and I've
I got that.
Tales of an Ancient Empire, and the most interesting one is Dream Warrior.
We got the same three, Steve.
Yeah.
Dream
Bingo.
Warrior's post-apocalyptic and actually stars Lance Henriksen.
Oh shit.
Henriksen.
So Dream Warrior has a guy who it looks like he's wearing like knight or Viking armor of some sort, but behind him on the right appears to be the severed head of the Statue of Liberty, and instead of a sword, he has a baseball bat with nails in it.
Yeah, it's very Mad Max meets Game of
This
Thrones.
looks like Fallout 3, the movie.
Yeah, it says
So
the
what you're
synopsis-
saying is this is the next one we're going to do this way.
Yeah, let's fucking watch
Obviously,
Dream Warrior
yeah.
next time.
Here we go. Like, here's a synopsis. In a post-apocalyptic future, a despotic leader's attempts to build a pure human culture are hampered by a handful of superpowered genetic mutants.
Now, is Lance Henriksen the star, or was it like the later Pumpkinhead movies where he shows up for like 2 minutes and then cashes his paycheck?
IMDb shows that he is second billed. Oh, Sherilyn Fenn's in this too. And Isaac Hayes. I like Sherilyn Fenn. You don't like Sherilyn Fenn?
Oh, no, I do. I'm just laughing because I looked at the reviews of this movie on IMDb.
You got to go in with no
Dream,
expectation.
no warrior.
Directed by Zachary Weintraub. Let's see what what else he's done. Oh, he's done some America's Most Wanted. Nothing that I've heard of.
So a couple of episodes of America's Most Wanted and Dream Warrior.
Something very cool at the end, like after you finish watching a Netflix movie, like Steve says, it gives you 3 suggestions. But at the very bottom there, it says, know someone who liked Berserker Hell's Warrior? Connect to find your friends and send a recommendation. I'm going to go ahead and click this button here. Recommend to friend. Find friends on Facebook here. Okay, I'll just let Netflix take my shit information. I don't care, Netflix. I trust you. Okay, hold on here. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of people down here. I'm going to go ahead and click Jeff. Give me some names, everybody. Tony, I'll go ahead and put him on there.
I think
Jeremy
Ben needs to learn a thing or two about practical effects from this.
Okay, Jeremy, find him here. Okay, got him.
Do you have any, like, friends, like, parents or grandmas on your friends list? Because I feel like they should be included in this list.
No. I keep all family off of Facebook.
Okay.
All family.
Send it to Sprackles, and then let's wrap this the fuck up.
Okay, let me see. Sprackles. Done. I'm going to throw it to Ronan, just for good measure as well.
Good call. He'll appreciate this.
Yeah. So, by the way, before we wrap this up, I'm going to check Twitter one more time here. Let me see, refresh. She has still not responded to me. We should add one more thing. Like, okay, so now what should I tell her? Like, one more tweet to Kari.
Just kidding. You were good enough for Boar.
Yeah, just saw the end. Can't believe it. You were not good enough for Boar. Tweet sent.
Oh, God bless
Fantastic.
Scotch.
So my final thoughts on this movie is I really enjoyed it. I think Steve is totally on to something with this podcast format. I really, really love it. I'm going to do some post-production. I'm going to put a little bit of music in between each of these segments here. Maybe I could try to capture some audio from this somehow. But Steve, I think that's a great idea. I think you need to get on this before some other podcast steals your idea.
Come up with a name, and in 2 years we'll do Dream Warriors.
All right, I'll see you in 2017.
Go ahead and hit send right here. Okay. Yeah. I'm sending it to my friends on Facebook here. I don't know. You guys might see it pop up. Steve won't, but I don't know. I hit send, so hopefully it's something else. Well, Rachel, overall, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, the movie was a roller coaster. I was not with it. Then I was with it. Then I was out again when all of a sudden it was the future. But then I was back when I saw her boobs. Now I'm out again with the weird sunglasses slow motion. But the format fucking rocks.
It's great. It's great. See, we're not blowing smoke up your ass when we say that people really, really like this. So you need to like... Those
people just happen to be me and Matt.
Right. I mean, but those are the only people you need, Steve.
Oh, fun.
Back to you, Steve.
I got nothing. So thanks for listening to episode 2 of whatever the hell we're going to end up calling this.
You realize I have to put this in like this feed because Jeff will not make a brand new podcast.
Thanks for listening. Random format. Stay tuned to Dream Warrior and, God willing, Berserker, Hell Warrior 2, Love Fjord, Ragnarok in your world. Good night.
Good night.
And good luck.